Good evening and welcome to another episode of the Joe Nolfo Show. Tonight we have a very special show for you. I'm sure you all have heard of the popular television show called The View. I am Gina Scoop and I'm your host for the very first edition of The Men's View. Our first question aimed at you, men, comes from a survey of things that women want to know and believe it or not. This is one of the inquiries that they want answered. Okay, so let's get started. The first question for the all-male panel is this. As men, do your farts smell worse when they're released underwater in a bathtub than they do out in the open air? Stephen, your answer is first.
Well, my farts, when I do have them, they're mostly silent and they're scentless. but I do know this nasally sensory amplification, and when I'm floating in the bathroom, I think I've done them to be like disparting and velocity. You get the two. You get the two. It's funny you question fart in the pool. Being in water and being in air, I do know that sound travels, they're saying 3 times faster underwater than they do through air. 3 times. I believe that there must be a scientific explanation for this phenomenon, and I would like to do research later when I return back to my laboratory. Part underwater is funny.
I see. And now the same question for you, cowboy.
Oh, hell yes. Farts are way worse in the bathtub than they do in the open air. But that's only true when a man farts. Now, when my girl, she can let 100 little squeakers, as she calls them, she can let them go in the tub, and it smells like a florist convention in there. Woo! And speaking about the missus, you know, every now and then she likes to take a bath with me, and I gotta tell you, I don't like it at all. No. Let's face it, when you're in the bath, lying in the tub of your own filth, that grosses me out. She wants to submerge her fine little body in there with me. So whenever I can, I'll let a greasy whopper go when she comes to the bathroom to join me. And believe you me, she will definitely not want to join me when she gets a nose full of that cow patty smelling funk. Yeehaw!
Same question for you, Chuck. Do you fart smell worse in the bathtub?
Farts in the bathtub, huh? I gotta tell you, that reminds me of a really dark and depressing period in my life. I was deeply in love with this girl that I had bailed out of jail. And after a few hours of forcing myself to be nice to her and listen to her bullshit, I finally got her to agree to go to bed with me. And, you know, she suggested we should take a bath together as some sort of weird, stupid, disturbing foreplay. Well, we get into the bath together right after we finished a pork and cheese burrito dinner that I had prepared for us. And just as she gets naked, looking all good and everything, and sits down and settles in the bath, suddenly, without warning, I accidentally let go of one sewer cyclone of a fart, man. It was one of those silent but deadly ones. She couldn't hear it, but she definitely saw the bubbles as they exited from my ass on their way to the surface, where they popped and revealed just how sinister they smelled. And then, so she goes, you know, absolutely freaking nuts, man. She's telling me that my internal organs must be rotting and I must be dead, or I'm like a freaking zombie or something, man. I'm telling you, the stench coming out of the fucking bathwater, it could have knocked a freaking buzzard off a shit wagon. I never saw her again after that, and I spent weeks and weeks considering suicide. I hate farts in the freaking tub, man.
Oh. Well, thank you, men, for those insightful answers. And now on to our next manly question. Now we are going to a world where you are the master of your own destiny. Money and power are yours without limits. And you can drive whatever you want. And you can have any woman you want. And you can afford to eat anywhere you like or anywhere you desire. Stephen, what are you driving? And what woman is sitting next to you? And where are you going to eat?
After dead fart. I just think it's so funny. So, I've been driving like this electric blue Ferrari Daytona because I live in Florida, and like you know, like that one Don Johnson, you know, that guy from that TV show Miami Vice. I farted on it. The television show. Okay, and then riding next to me, shotgun. Not him, but Jennifer Aniston. Woo! Woo! In a pretty little dress with like a polka dot string bikini, some like really nice Kino sandals on, then a pair of Ray-Bans. Hot, just like in that one movie I saw her in. And then we would be on our way to get a big fat juicy steak and maybe a lobster tail at the famous and iconic Burns Steakhouse in downtown Tampa. That's where I would take her. Woo!
Same question for you, cowboy.
Hot damn! I'd be driving a candy apple, red, F Ford 350 pickup with a young Dolly Parton. A young Dolly Parton. And she'd have her more than ample bosom all squeezed into a very tight halter top and black leather mini skirt with absolutely no undergarments on underneath. I'd have my hand resting on her dainty little lap, and we'd be pulling into the parking lot of Jackrabbit Slims in Houston, Texas for a giant T-bone and some two-stepping fun. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Wow!
And now for you, Chuck. I can hardly wait for this one. Tell me, Chuck, will you be driving a Ferrari also?
A freaking Ferrari? Not me, man. I'd be driving a rusted out 1972 Ford Pinto with an obese and disgusting Rosie O'Donnell sitting next to me. And we would be like pulling into McDonald's or some other low-life ghetto eatery for the dollar menu or something even cheaper if they had it. And you want to know why? I would be with real Rosie freaking O'Donnell in a rusted out 72 Ford Pinto about to eat a 50-cent burger at some hellhole slum diner. Well, I'll tell you why. Because if I was anywhere else, it might cost a few pennies more with anyone any better looking than Rosie freaking O'Donnell. That evil witch of an ex-wife of mine would have the damn judge double my alimony payments. And believe you me, she could, man. She's been sleeping with him ever since our damn divorce trial. I'm already surviving on just 6 packs of ramen noodles a week, but she wants more from me, that damn soul-sucking bitch.
Alrighty then. I imagine that would clear up some uncertainties women have about men. Well, now on to our next question. Gentlemen, have any of you ever had a girlfriend who gave a pet name to your penis? And if so, what did she call it and why?
Oh, it's such an exciting question, Gina. A little bit inviting, a little bit like, but it's a real genius question, and I have a very informative answer because you know all these female viewers. Well, I've got great answers, and yes, my girlfriend definitely indeed gave my penis a pet name. Come on, right, everybody. Everybody gets a penis pet name when you have a hot girlfriend. Mine happened to be Yoda. You know, Yoda, little tiny thing from that movie Star Wars. And she said it was that because this is so funny because, like, it might be small, but once it gets inside of you, Yoda becomes powerful and definitely gets the job done, because that's what I do. It's just like that. What goes like that? So it's like this.
Same question for you, cowboy.
Yeehaw! That's a ring-dinger of a question. I got a ring-dinger of an answer for you. My girl at the time used to call old Cowboy Jr. down there the Bronco. She said my Bronco needed to be tamed every single time we brought it out to play. And that's why she wore panties that had the name Bronco Buster embroidered across the front of it. Hot damn! Yes, sir, we sure did have. We had a wild rodeo in the old sack. That's for dang sure. Yeehaw!
Yeah. Your turn, Chuck. The entire world awaits your answer.
Well, I gotta tell you right up front, man, that question brings an ocean of bad memories crashing down on me all at once, man. You see, I was dating this very, very, very ugly woman at the time because I had a theory at the time that if I dated a real bottom of the barrel mutt that no one else would have anything to do with in their right mind, maybe she wouldn't leave me like all the rest have done. So due to her ghastly appearance, and it was fucking ghastly, I was having an awful time producing an erection, as you can imagine, and so she began calling my member the whoopee cushion. And she called it that because every time she tried to sit on it, it went flat and lost any girth that I'd worked so hard to try to maintain. Anyways, she ended up leaving me also, which sent me headlong into a dangerous alcoholic binge that lasted for more than a year. And I gotta tell you right now, that freaking binge, it almost freaking killed me, man.
Wow, Charles. Oh, that's some answer, and I just can't figure out why all these women are leaving you. Well, now on to our final question of the night, and this question is the most popular one that women want to hear from men. So here it goes. Gentlemen, we ladies want to know if you feel that you are awful or good, or are you great at the art of cunnilingus? Or is it otherwise called, or actually as it's otherwise called, oral sex on women? We're looking for an answer from each of you with an explanation of your technique that puts you in the bracket you claim to hold a place at.
Cunnilingus is a very productive and challenging art. Now, it seems that every female individual is like a snowflake coming from the snowflake place. When it comes to like satisfying them, that means that there's not two like women that they're saying because they're snowflakes. And so, like, when it comes to satisfying them, that means they're no two alike, right? So, performing cunnilingus is like playing golf. I like golf. You guys like golf? So, like, most men like to spend their entire lives trying to perfect it without any luck at all. Like, no luck. Not like me. However, with my superior intelligence, because I wear glasses and it makes you smart, I've come up with about the closest thing any man has ever done to protecting and perfecting this technique that I can apply to anywhere in the universe. You, yeah, you over there, you, hi. And as a matter of fact, I'm personally working on a book on this subject. It's almost done. Cunnilingus, breaking par. Get breaking par because it's golf, so it's like par, right? So yeah, get my book. It'll be coming out soon because I'm really intelligent.
Kaiwa, your take on this sticky subject.
Hey, hot diggity dog, I'm great at it. Labia licking is just like riding a bull in the PBR, and that's professional bull riding for you city folk. When you're riding a bull or a woman, you gotta wait till the gate opens, and just go for it. It's exactly like when you're on top of a bull and it's going left when you think it's going to go right. It's going right when you think it's going to go left, but you hang in there and hope for the best, and you hold on and ride hard enough. She'll be satisfied when the horn sounds. Yee-haw! I ride for both the PBR and the PPR. That's professional pussy riding.
Chuck, I can only imagine what we will hear. Same question for you.
Shit. I gotta tell you right now, I'm probably the worst man on the planet who ever even walked the earth at cunnilingus. Most of the women I tried it on just cry until I stopped making a fool of myself. One woman, she actually let me try it more than once to solve her puzzle. She said I should call it quits and that my efforts were so freaking pathetic that in the end it came to the same conclusion as if someone gave Joe Biden a Rubik's Cube to conquer. I think I'm just gonna go stick my fucking head in the fucking oven, man.
Sounds like you hit it in the sand trap.
In the sand trap, like it's golfing, that's a word.
Well, that's the end of your sneak peek into my new show, The Men's View. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next week on the Joe Nolfo Show. I am Gina Scoop, and believe you me, I'm gone.